Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So thank you for joining us. Today we have stepped out of our comfort zones and invited in a new opportunity to be outside today. And instead of doing our normal routine, we've decided that this week we're going to stay with creativity because I feel like we've just gotten into it and there's so much more to explore. So we're going to stick with this for a whole another week.
Sounds fun. Yes. Getting out of our comfort zone.
Right. So sometimes what we have to do is actually create different situations to open the door to creativity. So for instance, today we are outside, so this is bringing on new elements. We've got to figure things out, got to be more creative with what we're doing. So that's why we chose to do this today.
Yeah. Out here on the bluffs in Fairhope. It's beautiful today.
I mean, you cannot get a better view than this.
No.
So just take advantage of your surroundings wherever you are. And so today Shannon's going to guide us through a yoga flow, a creative yoga flow. And you can do it along if you are in a space where that's appropriate right now, or come back to it later. But it's just meant to open up the throat chakra and invite in some fluidity and creativity into the body.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Rebecca's going to demo it for us.
I'll demo and Shannon's going to guide.
Sounds good.
All right,
let's get started. So starting off in a comfortable seated position, maybe you place something under your hips if you have something available to allow your knees to open up down towards the mat. Hands placed down on the lap to feel nice and grounded through the sit bones and the knees. Sit up nice and tall through the spine, sit bones grounded, neck long. And as you start to deepen your breath, we'll take the hands underneath the chin, interlace the fingers, elbows down. As you inhale, take the elbows out to the sides. On the exhale, open the mouth as you squeeze the elbows in. Keep the chin lifted. Good. 2 more just like that. Inhale through the nose, open the elbows, lift the chin. Exhale, squeeze the elbows together, open the mouth, let it go. 1 more time. Inhale through the nose, lift the elbows, lift the chin. Exhale, squeeze the hands together, elbows together, open the mouth, let it go. Slowly release the hands back down onto the lap. And then we'll start to create movement through the spine. Maybe some cat-cows from a seated position. This is a space where we really want you to get creative from your seated position. Do what works best for your spine, for your neck, for your pelvis, side bodies, maybe some rib rolls around to one side, and then reverse. We'll slowly start to bring it into a side bend, taking one hand down, reaching the other overhead. Try to keep the opposite sit bone rooted down into the earth. Nice side bend stretch. Inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms up. Exhale, dropping the other hand, reaching opposite arm overhead, rooting opposite sit bone down. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower hands down through heart center. And then we'll pull forward into a tabletop position. Taking it into a few rounds of cat-cow. Maybe you start to use the hips. Tilting the pelvis forward and back. Tucking the chin deeply under and then creating as much space in the front of the throat as you can. As you take it into cow, reaching the chin up to the sky. And then beginning to circle the hips around, making big circles in one direction. Getting into the shoulders. Beautiful. And then pause and reverse and take it to the other direction. Hips drop over to the left, circling around and forward. Make sure to follow a nice deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Rebecca's coming back to center tabletop, tucking the toes, pulling the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So in your down dog, get creative. Maybe you start to move around when you settle into your down dog. Know that you don't have to keep the knees straight. They can always be bent. We want to keep any tension out of the low back when we're in down dog. Good. Lengthening the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, lion's breath, sticking the tongue out. Beautiful. Another deep breath in. Exhale, lion's breath. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Nice. And then inhale up to the balls of the feet. Bend the knees and walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Tuck the chin deeply under when you're in this forward fold. Get a nice stretch for the back of the neck here. Beautiful. Again, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, big halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up towards the sky. Root down through the earth. Open the throat. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a halfway lift. And then plant the hands. Step back into a tabletop position. Good. We're going to drop the knees to the mat and start to walk the hands back. We're going to take a modified camel here. Pulling the hips up over the knees. Hands in the back pockets. Squeezing the glutes. Inhale, lift the heart. Drop the head back. Open the throat. Deep breath in. Open the mouth. Let it go. 2 more. One more breath here. Nice, easy back bend. Inhale, slowly support yourself back up. Sit back onto the heels or take it into a hero's pose, wiggling the glutes between the heels, taking the heels outside of the legs. Good. And then we're going to take it back into that throat chakra opening breath. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, take the elbows out, lift the chin. On the exhale, open the mouth, let the elbows float down. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Release the hands into heart center. Bow the head to the heart. Namaste. So thank you for joining us for this wonderful creative flow, this wonderful idea that Rebecca had to stick with our creativity and our throat chakra this week. Make sure you do something out of your comfort zone today. So we got out of our comfort zone, came outside. Maybe you want to do the same. Maybe you even want to take this flow, video yourself doing it, and just notice when you watch it back what's going on in the body. Notice what you were feeling during the flow, and then notice what you were seeing as you're watching yourself do the flow, because it can really change your own practice when you start to see yourself practicing, because sometimes what we feel and what's actually happening in the body can be a little dissociated. So
Without judgment.
absolutely without
So
judgment.
just like an observer, just watching, just noticing. That's how we're more creative, is just by observing different opportunities. So maybe we notice different ways that we can move in those positions, in those postures, and then try it again.
Yeah.
So
And know that you can always modify. So certain positions that are available to Rebecca may not be available to you. So you modify this flow so that you can feel open through your creativity, open through your throat chakra, but then also serve your body in the best way that you can.
yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a creative week, and keep sharing your experiences and your creations with us. And we look forward to creating together.
Namaste.
Namaste.